ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NJPW Puroresu Review. I am your co-host Undersea. Right over here is the Taco Princess herself. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
I am doing great, Andre. It is late in the day. My bun is not as disheveled as my life today. We're going to call that a victory. I had a great shoulder day. Today's been a good day. We got a lot done. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Got a massage today. It was great.
Mm.
Still sore, but that's just in general. I'm always sore. But it got really some tension relieved. I'm happy. You're the Taco Princess. I was eating tacos the last couple of days, and it was awesome. So yeah,
You
yeah.
had tacos?
Yeah, I did for 2 days
Rude.
straight. For 2 days straight, as my suppers at work.
Rude.
How's it rude?
Rude.
My mom
I
made it
guess
for me.
Melball is
My mom,
dieting right now.
my mom made it for me.
It must be nice.
Yeah, it's great. They were tasty as
Jealous.
hell. They were tasty as hell. But we're not here to talk about tacos. We're here to talk about some
No, sir.
professional wrestling. We're here to talk about the New Japan World Tag League from November 20th and 21st, the first day of the tag league. Before we do that, we want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank you all so much for all the great support you've given us. Please keep liking the video, subscribing to the channel, commenting down below, and don't forget to share the videos out to all your friends, families, strangers, enemies, whatever you want to do. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you learn every time we drop a new video.
I didn't know.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah, it's a little late.
It's a little bit
A
late.
little
It's
slow.
9:01 on a Wednesday night as we record this.
Don't answer
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So we're gonna get it started. We're gonna get it started in here. Get it started in here. That's the what? Black Eyed Peas, right?
Yes, correct. That's like
Yeah.
OG Black Eyed Peas. That's like one of their first singles.
Yeah, it's one of their
The
earliest.
edited version because you couldn't play the original on radio.
I don't know what the original was comparatively, but okay.
It was an R word instead of an S word.
Oh, let's get wrecked up in here or something. I don't know. I'm joking. I know.
Sure.
I know what you mean, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that
Yeah,
word
please
on video.
do.
No. So we're going to
Do
talk
not.
about World Tag Leagues. We're going to talk the first 2 nights, November 20th and 21st. Before we're going to do it, I got some issues with New Japan World. I really like the new layout. It's made it a lot simpler to find things. But god damn it, they're breaking all the videos up like they do on Stardom World. And every time I go to a new video, I have to change the fucking audio. Even though I've watched the video before and press next, it makes me change the audio back to English every single goddamn time.
I mean, in this situation, we are the minority.
No, but if I have English selected, wouldn't you think it would keep playing English into the next video? Like
See, that would track. That would make sense.
that's all I ask. I'm not saying make the English the predominant one. I
Mhm,
understand it. It's
mhm,
the
mhm.
alternate. It's the alternate
I'm
language.
just saying, recognize the consistency in what I'm doing. Maybe that would be a reasonable
Or
uh,
allow
complaint or suggestion.
me to set a preference or something that lets English be my.
Yeah.
If I can set a preference so that English is my main commentary, and obviously if there's no English that plays Japanese, I'm fine with that. But if it just, I know, but it
I'm
just
not gonna lie, like my stoned ass will get halfway through the match and realize that it's in Japanese and not even have realized that it's Japanese. And I'm just sitting there like, thought I was understanding this, and I was not.
Canadian white boy problems. That's all this is. That's all this is.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, we went there. Oh no. I'm getting a phone call from my bestie. That's never a good sign.
Canadian white guy problems? Is that she mad about
No,
that?
now we're having Canadian white girl problems.
Oh, okay. I thought she was mad about my white guy problems. Okay.
No, no, no.
We kick it off with we're going to talk about a couple of undercard matches on these next 2 nights because we had some
Yes.
brand new young lions here who got their ass kicked by Archer on the second night, or at least one of them did. Um,
Mm.
we kick it off with Oscar Lorbe versus Shoma Kato. Shomakato.
Shomakato.
Shomakato. Loibe and Kato are shoving each other before the match. And like Kato looks.
One name.
Pardon?
Chris Charlton was saying his name so quickly, it just sounded like one big name.
Oh, yeah. I had to listen a couple times.
Shomakato. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like, this dude, it would look tiny compared to Loibe, man. Like,
yeah.
And, like, this picture does him justice because he is that scrawny. Like, legitimately, holy crap.
But we remember when Yuya Uemura came in and looked just like a little boy.
It's true.
He looked just like him. He didn't show up jacked and gorgeous with those pearly whites. Nay, nay. He had to work for those.
It's true. It's true. But like, I don't see this guy's going to be a junior, whether he bulks up or not. He will end up a junior. There's no way this guy ends up a heavyweight.
He's very short.
Yeah, they wrestle around.
And they say he was 5'7".
Yeah, he's my height. I'm 5'8".
Most of the guys around here, I mean, like our local guys are pretty much around that 5'7", 5, maybe 10 at the highest. We have a couple giants, but like they big boy wrestle.
Loibe has a really obvious power, leverage, experience advantage in this match. Very obvious. Loibe working over the leg of Kato. Loibe gets a hard drop, dropping Kato for 2. Keep wanting to say Kato, but I know that's not right. Well, I'm used to our Kato. That's the problem.
Yes.
Yeah, and
he has a tail.
And Kato is very much more a Chinese Thai way of saying that same name. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes back to the. Yeah. He's just really. No, I'm not saying it, but in Chinese, if you're saying it from a Chinese person in English, it's Kato, not Kato, right? So
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Loibe getting the knee bars. Kato gets to the ropes, pulls him back to center, but he eventually does get to the ropes. Kato tries to strike back, but Loibe drops him with hard shots. Kato hits the drop kick and the strikes, and Loibe and the ropes, but Loibe gets a spinning scoop slam, and he gets the win. Quick little match.
Hi. So there was a point in this match where I was feeling really nostalgic and sentimental about this because I remember Loibe's first match when he was here, and it was just like, what? And I see what it is that he needs to work on. I kind of felt a little ego coming out of him, a little something to prove. And I feel that we were seeing little slip ups that we don't typically see out of him when he wrestles with more veteran wrestlers. I think he got a little overzealous, and probably because of how overzealous Kato was. He was so excited, so in there. But let me tell you, this Kato guy, he's going to do good. His facial expressions are already very, very good. He reminds me very much of it in his look of Fujita, young Jose Fujita, when he first started. But I suspect he's probably going to take a similar path to Yuya Uemura. I think his style is going to be a more maybe traditional style. Is that what we would say Yuya Uemura is? Because he's not really a striker so much in that traditional strong style, but he's definitely not a lucha.
No. But yeah, it's very much, yeah.
Physical trained amateur maybe wrestling?
Chris, I noted this with Chris on the next night because you have Tsuji versus Uemura. He said Tsuji was very much that guy that went and got spread out his training and learned a bunch of different things, where Yuya Uemura went to America and mastered everything he knew.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
And I suspect that is what this Kato guy will do, because I didn't really get any kind of inclination that he would be bouncy. So the lucha libre wouldn't really be for him in that situation. But I'm also not getting a very technical thing out of him as much as I got with Fujita. I'm getting that more kind of classical, kind of traditional wrestling out of him. And I look forward to seeing what he's doing. I mean, if he's already got a few things kind of worked on and down, I suspect he's going to be one of those quick learner types.
Yeah, again, he seems pretty formidable of himself. He's looking like he's going to do a good job.
Mhm. I expect great things.
And we move on to our second match of the show. First match of the World Tag League. It is TMDK, Mikey Nichols, Shane Haste taking on the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona. Uh, I'm I really like the Gates of Agony now. I was very much overlooking them in AEW ROH, but I think they did a really good job here.
Mhm. I thought it was a very good introduction for them. Um, for me, this was like the first time for me seeing them. Like I knew who they were from you introducing me to their image, but this was my first time kind of seeing them in a match and getting a feel for what it is that they have to offer. Very, very powerful, um, very dominant team, and when they come together, they it's almost like they're struggling to find that perfect connection, and then they find it, connect, and it's just magic, and it turns into something really, really awesome. I really enjoyed it. Um, I do know the difference between them. Hold on. Leona. Leona's an interesting one. He wrestles in a very Umaga-ish way to me. And I really, really like it because I feel like it's been a long time since we've had somebody emulate something like that properly, in a very long time. So I really, really appreciate seeing that. I do have the anxiety with the no shoes, yes, but he kind of seems happy feet enough that he kind of keeps his feet out of the way. It didn't seem to be a problem for him. I don't. I might have missed it, but like Shane Haste is the kind of person to stomp on the feet, and I don't recall seeing him stomp on the feet. Did I miss it?
No, but as you were saying, his Umaga style, he is trained by Rikishi, so
Oh, there you go.
he has that background there of like into that Samoan training style.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good job. I mean, it certainly was coming through very, very well and very, very nicely in this match. Nichols, though, has been very much impressing me. I'm happy that there was not too many headbutts, but I really just don't like the headbutts. Please save your face.
he
Um,
hasn't faced off with Hanara yet.
yeah, that's a concern. Um, what did I mean about this? Oh, there was a lot of outside stuff at the beginning of this match with the running in the gates and stuff like that. Um, thought that was very interesting. It was really funny that kind of Nichols almost had this like hilarious Samoa Joe-esque kind of moment where I believe it was Leona was barreling towards him and he like did this like little dodge thing and like Leona yeeted himself in the barricade. I was
So
like,
good.
"Oh, no." And, like, I was in the garage at that point. I didn't know anybody was outside. I went, "Oh, no." And the five-year-old next door answered me. Scared the shit out of me. Um, and that Khan guy, Bishop Khan, very good and very, very quick. I really like his look. He's got a really, really good in-ring, kind of move set. That's what I would think I was going for there. He hit very hard. I really, really liked that when him and Nichols were getting together with it. Holy shit. Um, Leona also at one point what reminded me a little bit of Iska. a little bit in his mannerisms, and I think that was also the Umaga-esque kind of thing coming around where he was just, like, stomping about, wild looking and biting things and grabbing things and eating things, and that's what I remember of Iska. Kind of reminded me of it, made me a little nostalgic. Yeah, what do you think of this one, man?
I had a really good time with this match. Like, I really like. I thought Hayes at the beginning doing his little dancing before the match, doing his like Elvis shuffle early
So
was
funny.
it kind of really established like he's like that he almost kind of wasn't taking these guys seriously, and then when they started smacking the crap out of him, it made for a better like look to the match. You know what I mean? He kind of was like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on here?" The entrance gear though for Gates of Agony was absolutely tremendous, man. Like especially Khan. I found Bishop Khan's like whichever one had the full, they both had like full gear. It looked so good. And then when they took the gear off, Leona looked just the dude is just built like a fucking man beast, and Khan is just cut as like just dude's ripped, man. Khan and Hayes pulling each other's hair. Con and Hayes, like at the start early on, like pulling each other's hair in the corner was so funny. I was just laughing my ass off at it, man. Oh,
Mhm.
again, it was just really impressive to see Gates of Agony really getting to shine here. Because again, yeah, they've been featured on ROH and have had some features in AEW, but this is really like a shining moment for them, and it was really cool to watch. Um, and they hit like a again, just I don't know, both Leon and Cody like slapping each other before double teaming Hayes and that backstabber power bomb, and just it just again these two like they have such good flow. And TMDK just tremendous as always. Nichols just power on point. Hayes is just he's got. I wish this dude was like a top single star. Just he's got that charisma. You know what I mean? But like I wish WWE would have treated him right because like I swear he could have been a star for them. In the end, though, Hayes ends up running Leona out. TMDK double team hit the tank buster to Bishop Khan, and they get the win. Absolutely incredible match, though. Like I really great opening, really great way. Well, Gates finally lose. A great way to let them shine and really show off in this.
Mhm, mhm. I always like to give the teams that are newer to the NJPW style that 2 match grace period of getting used to the style and getting used to the guys. I think they don't need it. This
No,
is a great transitional match for them because Nichols and Haste, they are a really great combination of that North American strong style. So they can go easily back and forth between Japan and North America. So bringing Khan and Leona into this, it's just a perfect transition for them to set up for the rest of the tournament. I look forward to seeing again, as I was mentioning in the backstage area before we got on here. I am looking forward to the Gates of Agony versus the House of Torture. Because my goodness, Chris Charlton, if you do not give us the best commentary of our lives in that,
I'm
missed
just
opportunity. Don't miss it.
I'm just surprised you're looking forward to a House of Torture match. Like I never
I
do.
know, right? And it's only for the commentary.
We move on. Second match. I mean, speaking of House of Torture, we get the House of Torture
The
Evil
Devils.
and Yujiro Takahashi taking on Heisei no Gokudo Kombi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Toriano. That name comes from when they were a tag team from 2006 to 2007. I just was looking up the history of them as a tag team, and I found that name, so that's what I'm going to call them.
Yeah, I have no idea how to spell that.
Heisei no Gokudo Kombi. I'll send it to you. Don't worry. House torture attack for the bell. Yano ends up reversing Yujiro, runs him into the barricade, and Ishii like stops Evil. It was really good match to a point in this. Um, Yano and Ishii double teaming Yujiro. Evil draws Ishii out to the outside. Togo attacks Ishii from behind. Yano's tripped up by Toga blatantly in front of the ref, like just right in front of the ref, like, and then just I don't know. Evil choking Yano with the shirt. Yujiro attacking Yano in the ring. Yano stops the boot in the ropes and hits that beautiful rebound belly to belly to Yujiro. Looked really good. Ishii coming in just wrecking house on Yujiro and Evil. Beautiful backdrop driver to Yujiro. It was a great overall match. And Yano exposes the turnbuckle. And he ends up slingshotting Evil into the exposed buckle. So we're thinking, okay, so is Yano going to negate a lot of this House of Torture bullshit? Not really. Evil and Togo eventually get a magic killer to Ishii, but Evil only gets 2. Or to Yano. Sorry. Yano stops Everything is Evil, runs Evil into the dick, then low blows Evil. So I'm thinking, oh crap, we're getting the win here. Yes. They're getting screwed with their own kind of shenanigans. But he only gets a 2 count because the ref gets goddamn pulled out. So Togo attacks Yano. Yujiro hits, but Yujiro ends up hitting Togo with the stickbacks. And I'm like, yes. I'm so excited. I'm getting more excited. I'm like, okay, they're getting screwed by their own actions here. And Yano ends up choking Yujiro with the stick. But then Sho shows up and hits him with the wrench. God fucking damn it, Sho. Sho hits Ishii with the wrench. Evil low blows Yano. Kanemaru sprays the Centauri surprise in Yano's face. Evil hits Everything's Evil. They throw the ref back in, and he gets the goddamn win. So, King House of Torture is 1-0 with 2 points.
Marty or Scotty in this one?
Oh, 100%.
Frickin' Marty, you're always on red shoes, but it's always Marty who's screwing up. You know what Marty is? He's our Stu.
Oh no, Stu would do a far better job than Marty here, man. Come on.
Stu would not. Stu would do worse.
Stu would be fine. Stu would be
Stu
fine.
would be horrible.
You're just mean. You just have an anti-Stu conspiracy you're running.
Yeah, that and birds aren't real, my guy.
They aren't all drone.
This match was good until it wasn't. How many times do we have to say that for House of Torture-ish? I feel like we've been saying that since we started this. Good to a point, and then it's not. It's good to a point, and then it's not. This is. I just wish it was better. I just wish it was better. I don't want to waste too much time on this because I really just. All I had was the match wasn't terrible until the rest showed up. Same bullshit, different show.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only 2 notes I have.
Like the saving grace of this match was that Togo did get involved early, but then Yano was negating a lot of the cheating tactics for a good majority of this match until Sho got there. It was really it gave it a really fun dynamic. Yeah,
it did because that's what Yano usually does.
Mm-hmm. So Yano negating it while doing his cheap little tactics actually worked.
Yeah, made it enjoyable, made it fun. Because as we said, it was a great match until the rest showed up.
And especially after Ishii's G1 this year and Yano's G1 this year, I'm not expecting a lot out of this team. They're there to take falls, and that makes me sad because they're a fun team who should be beating teams like this. Teams like this should be the ones taking the fall. Teams like House of Torture should be the ones taking the falls to everybody.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree, especially because a guy calls himself a Tokyo pimp but doesn't bring any hoes.
Yeah,
call false advertising.
Where's Peter? We want Peter. We want Peter.
Apparently Brazil dancing in Carnival.
Okay, we want other hoes.
Prison.
True. But we want other hoes. We want other hoes.
Is she the only one? Come on, my guy.
I've seen him have other hoes in the past. So maybe. Oh, it's because the hoes don't want to be tortured. That's why.
I mean, fair.
They don't do this. They do this or this. They don't do
I was
this.
gonna say, no. Yeah.
It's this or this, but not this.
Yeah, no. So,
We
yeah.
move on. Semi-main event of the evening. It is Team Noah because we haven't come up with anything better. Kaito Kiyomiya and Ryohei Oiwa taking on the Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Coughlin, and Gabe Kidd. Motherfucking Ryohei Oiwa looking straight fire in his new gear. That's for gosh darn sure.
So, and his new hairstyle too, with at first I was like, he's looking like a skunk head, but the more I see it, the more it grows on me. I really like it. He's got the dark still on the top, and then that little band of blonde around it, and then he lets it hang because he's got a buzz underneath. It looks sharp. It looks good, and he's cutting too. Him and Kaido, they looking cut. Goddamn. I mean, not as cut as Mr. Coughlin, but take us into it, man.
Yeah, Kaito and Kid right off the hop before the match even starts, they're getting in each other's faces, trying to fight each other on the floor. It was crazy. So they start in the ring, brawling. Kid rakes the eyes of Kaito at one point, but Kaito fights back with a lariat. Oiwa and Kaito fight off Kid and Coggins' double team attempts. They fight to the floor. Kaito runs Kid in the barricade. Oiwa and Coggin trading chops and strikes. Kid comes out of nowhere with this like blindside strike to Oiwa on the floor because like you didn't even know what they were doing, and then they hit that German lariat, that lariat and German suplex combo to Oiwa on the floor, just rocking the Kid. Look brutal.
Mhm.
Coggin lifting up Oiwa for a scoop slam, walks over to Kaito, flips him off, just nah, and then just turns around and scoop slams Oiwa. It was so good.
Poor child.
Yeah. Oiwa trying to fight back. Coggin drops him with hard chops. Coggin tries a gut wrench, but Oiwa beautiful reversal into his own gut wrench and gets the tag out. So good. Kaito in, just wrecking house. 10 punches in the corner. Kid ends up tripping up Kaito. Coggin gets an elbow drop. Kid ferociously attacking Kaito in the corner. And then he even shoves Red Shoes out of the way because he's trying to break him out of the corner. And dude, like Kid, and then Kid spits in Kaito's face. That was the wrong move, dude. Like
Yeah.
Kaito's just on him, just beating the shit of him until he gets German by Coughlin, and then Oiwa German's Coughlin, but then Kid backdrops Oiwa. Kaito hits strikes and a tiger suplex to Kid for 2. So Kaito's setting up for a Shining Wizard. He starts running forward, and Coughlin comes leaping over Kid with this like uppercut to Kaito running. Perfect.
So good. The timing.
So good, dude. And
Mhm.
Coggin gets like, dude. It just Coggin is Oiwa comes in, takes Coggin to the floor. Kid catches a knee strike, bites the head of Kaito, hits a brainbuster, but can only get 2. Coggin removes the flooring pads. Kid dumps Kaito to the floor. They're setting up for a double team. Oiwa makes a save. Kaito backdrops Coggin onto the exposed floor. Everyone's brawling on the floor. Kid misses with a chair strike trying to hit Kaito against the post. Oiwa sends Coggin over the barricade. Kaito gets in at 19, and Kid gets counted out. And Team Noah gets the win. But then Kid right in. And he's like, they're just brawling after the match. It was so good, man. Holy crap.
Just chaos. Glorious, glorious chaos. From start to finish. Quite literally. From start to finish. Hell, since took from before the start to after the finish. Glorious, glorious chaos. Um, can I be honest with you? Something I've noticed with Alex Coughlin, a perfect fit with the War Dogs, aesthetically speaking. Um, sometimes the heel shit feels disingenuous. Doesn't feel like he really wants to do. He does it. But it doesn't feel like it's quite who he is. Um, be interesting to see if that fades. But like every once in a while, like when he was doing the spot with Kaido in the corner, you could tell he was having fun doing it. But like there was a moment, just a split second, where he like had that moment of hesitation where he's like, "Is this the right thing to do? Yes, this is the right thing to do," and went ahead and did it. But there was that like splittiest of a split second where I was just like, there he is. There's Mr. Coffee. Yeah, kid is freaking unhinged, man. That guy is crazy. What's his nickname on this? They always have these nicknames now. Because what Coughlin's the Dreadnought? Dreadnought? Is that who he is? Are you muted?
Sorry, Dead-Eye Dreadnought.
The Dead-Eye Dreadnought. And what's Kid?
The Psychopath? I don't know.
Something about fighting, being ready to fight. Always right, not always ready. That's somebody else.
The Fighting Psychopath? I don't know. He's a psychopath.
I don't remember what it is, but he is unhinged. I mean, tremendous benefit, like person to have on the Bullet Club. Phew. Good lordy, Miss Morty. It's crazy. Yeah, I've been hearing rumblings in the X thing now that we might be finally getting what we need. Or that we have gotten the announcement of we need. I don't know. We'll probably let you know in the coming episodes. I believe we are going to be getting a showdown, finally, for Kaito Kiyomiya and Gabe Kidd in a one-on-one match.
I haven't heard anything
I'll
about
look it
that.
up now because you'll get distracted and we need to get this out. But I've heard that the people are asking for it. And unlike some companies, I don't like to listen to the fans for a while there. Dementia. And JPW likes to listen sometimes. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I certainly hope so because goddamn do we deserve it. I would love to see these two just get set loose somewhere. But like man the barricades, because goddamn, they'll get yeeted every which way. And we don't need a fan losing an eye.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do it to make it more interesting.
Or a child. I don't know.
Crush all the children.
Think of the children.
No, crush all the children.
That's Archer's job.
We move on. Main event of night number 1.
Yes.
It's the frenemies Ren Narita, Shota Umino, taking on the United Empire's Great-O-Khan and Hanare. 3.5-minute entrance from Shota Umino. Narita was done in under 40 seconds. The Empire, well, they did have like probably a 30-40 second in like audio play in.
Yeah, the intro to their music is a little bit much. They don't need the whole United Empire thing there. It's just 2 of them coming out.
Yeah, so but still, their whole entrance is like a minute and a half together. So
still shorter than Umino's.
Umino alone was 3.5 minutes. The guy needs to just come out through the curtain, walk to the ring. You don't need to walk through the crowd like a douchebag, a la Jon Moxley.
Wait, are you telling me that the combination of Narita and the Empire's intro wasn't even as long as Shota Umino's? Because that's disgusting.
At most, equaled it. At most, it equaled it.
Yeah.
The fucked up part.
But man, come on. That's a bit much.
You're not Jon Moxley. Quit trying to be Jon Moxley. You're
Tanahashi.
You're Shota Umino. Be Umino. Be yourself. When you hit your ignition, that is the most original move you have, is that ignition neckbreaker he has. His finisher is stolen. His setup to his finisher is now stolen from Ospreay. Everything is stolen about this dude except for one goddamn move. Yeah.
Frustrating.
I like him. Don't get me wrong. I like him, but I wish he would become more original. Like, yes, Narita is a copy of Katsuyori Shibata, but he's made it his own. He has his own moves, his own style, his own look, his own way of doing it. But it's a trick.
He's finding his own way also. He's not having to emulate Shibata, because Shibata rose up pretty quickly. Narita's really feeling things out, making sure he's taking the right pathway, getting trained in the way that he is, taking opportunities that he is. He's making better decisions, smarter
He's a,
decisions.
he's a tribute, not a reboot.
There
That's
you
what
go.
Narita is. Where this dude is where Umino is a reboot of 3 people somehow. Like, I don't understand. The teams start
Don't
brawling.
mess with clones. That's what the problem is.
And teams start brawling in center. Umino brawls out to the floor with Khan, runs Khan into the barricade. Narita slamming Hanari's head into the corner with no effect. Hanari comes back, just explodes out of the corner. Huge shoulder block. Narita ends up getting a suplex into the bridge for 1 or for 2. Double team by the frenemies. Hanari fights back on Umino with a disaster kick out of the corner. Looked really good. Hanari with the kicks to the back and then hits a senton for 1. Hanari running Umino into the corner really goddamn hard. Khan comes in with the Mongolians and sits on Umino's head. I loved it. Just really good back and forth with these teams, man. Narita ends up getting the Narita special for 2. He then turns it into a Narita special number 4, which is with Chris calls the leg-laced Boston Crab onto Khan, but Khan gets the ropes. Khan reverses a Cobra Twist into a gross-looking gut wrench suplex. Oh.
That's that adaptability of the great Okando.
No, but the way Narita landed, though, like he landed on his head. Ugh.
Sometimes these boys, yikes, yikes.
What Zane says, it's a good thing he has a strong neck. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's like, what the fuck?
It's one of those bruh.
Yeah, Umino comes in at one. It's a beautiful. Like I'm skipping through parts of the match. It's a beautiful perfect plex for 2 for the perfect plex for 2. Hits a pop up into the knee strike and an exploder. Then gets Hanari in the ropes. Then goes over the top rope, DDTing Hanari into the apron. Looked really good. Just the back and forth with like Umino and Hanari when they're in the ring with the strikes back and forth, each rolling elbows, palm strikes, and Hanari hits his body shot, and Umino just like doubles over. It was so good. I'm gonna jump to the end here. Umino slips out of the Imperial drop, hits a tornado DDT off Khan, off of Khan's back to Hanari. Narita comes in with a rear naked choke to Khan. He fights it off. Khan gets the claw, but Umino slips. It hits sandwich kicks. Umino hits the blade, then hits a Death Rider, and like a complete and utter childlike dickhead, he does the UE symbol just to be an asshole. Fuck this kid. I'm changing my pick to TMDK.
Uh-oh. Umino pissed off Andre.
You lost me. You don't need to be a dickhead. You really don't. You already won. Don't be a dickhead.
That is a heel move. It is a heel move. And he came in as the face, giving out his stupid shit and all that, his little glow sticks and his little thingamajiggy. And, that was a heel move. That was a dick move. So, again, Mr. Umino, who are you? Who is Shota Umino? Because right now I'm seeing the love child of John Moxley, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Tetsuya Naito. I'm not seeing Shota Umino. And that's a messed up love triangle to have. Because, who gave what to where?
I want to know is how did they make that child? That is my question. Like who? Who birthed him from their butt? That is my question.
You do not ask questions. You do not want answers to, my friend.
Which one? Whose butt baby is he? That is my question. I'm assuming Moxley, but yeah.
I feel like the attitude right now is definitely coming from Moxley for Shota. He's certainly acting a little pompous for how white he's dressing. You can't I don't mean that in a white person way, Andre. Come on. He's wearing white. He's literally wearing frickin' white. Stay with me. Breathe, sir. I forgot the point I was gonna make now. Damn it, Andre. ADHD. What have I told you about distracting me?
Yeah, you're fucking with my ADHD, girl. Come on.
So at the attitude of John Moxley showing in Showtime, that's what I was talking about here. It makes no sense. You're not Moxley, you're not Hiroshi Tanahashi, and you're not Naito. You need to be your own person in this. And Moxley's not always here to back you up. And let's be honest, Ren Narita was barely here to back you up at this point. Don't be talking your shit just because. You need to prove your shit at the same time. And what I've seen up until this point has been a lot of losses in high impact matches, many against Will Ospreay, the team he's mocking in this one. Doesn't do you well to piss off Mr. Ospreay. You've seen what happens when you piss off Ospreay. You get a busted lip. Don't do that ish.
Technically, the guy leaves, but that's what happened.
That's right.
He pissed him off. He pissed him off. He got beat up by him, and the guy left. Essentially.
Yeah, but on 2 of those occasions, he's left with a bloody face because he effed around and found out, right? You know? You're messing with the wrong faction, my guy. This is not the people you want to try to prove yourself against.
Yeah. So, good quick point total. Frenemies, Narita, TMDK, Hasten Nichols, House of Torture, Evo, and Takahashi, Boo, and Team Noah, Kaito Kiyomiya, and Ryohiro all have 2 points. And that's all the update you need on the point totals because it's only the first night.
Yay.
Night number 2, November 21st. Pre-show match, Yuto Nakashima versus debuting Young Lion. This guy was even smaller than the last one. Katsuya Murashima. Katsuya Murashima. Why I had to sound that out, I have no idea.
I love it.
I don't know. Katsuya, or I'm going to call him Katsu from here on out. Katsu's already bruised up before the match, like probably from the day before. Like, just the bruise on his
whole back was like powerful.
I was wondering if he had torn something. That was my question. But
what kind of door was that?
No, torn, like tear a muscle.
Oh, torn. I thought you said a door. I was like, bruh, what kind of door did he walk into? Like a solid one? My God.
Okay, interesting. Katsu, actually, it was said that he's the 9-year amateur wrestler. Has been wrestling amateur style for 9 years. So, and they ended up talking about some guy who's currently part of the New Japan, like he's part of their amateur system that's trying to compete to go to the Olympics. Some other guy. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Because the Olympics are next year for summer, right? In 2024.
I believe so.
And then they said if this guy qualifies, New Japan Pro Wrestling will actually have a representative at the Olympiks.
Hey.
Not this guy. Another guy who I don't remember his name.
That would be a record, though.
Yeah. Katsu trying his best, but Yuto just dominating him early. Gets a Fujiwara armbar, but Katsu gets to the ropes. Yuto getting the Kimura, but Katsu gets to the ropes. Katsu striking back, but Yuto boots him, slams him. Katsu hits a drop kick for 2, then hits another drop kick for 2. Yuto comes back, hard ass chops, back body drop, and applies the Boston Crab for the submission and victory in 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Yeah.
And did you hear also on commentary, Chris remembering Nakashima's debut match where he dislocated his elbow versus Yuya Uemura? Not long before Uemura went on his excursion. If I remember correctly, that made unfortunately Nakashima go back into the rankings there, and I don't think he came back in for a few more months after that. At which point that was when I believe Loibe and Oleg showed up, and it was like freaking young boy Haas time. Holy crap. Yeah, Nakashima definitely giant in this one in comparison to Katsuya. Katsuya, though, very obvious that he's more that amateur wrestling kind of background. He just kind of wrestles with that styling. He's kind of always got his hands up in that ready position. Facial expressions aren't at the same level as Shoma from the night before, but this is his first match, and for his first match, I think he did really, really well in keeping up with Nakashima, who's been here a hot minute and doing pretty darn good. I think Nakashima also, I don't sound like he did better than Loibe, but like he didn't have that same kind of almost attitude that Loibe had. It was just he was wrestling another dude. And I definitely liked that about this match. It felt like two young lions wrestling two young lions. Whereas like with Loibe and Shoma, it felt like a senior lion was asserting the dominance over the junior lion. And yeah, it was a very interesting difference in dynamic. I look forward to seeing what these four have to offer us in the future.
It was very much a heavyweight lion beating the crap out of a junior heavyweight lion.
Yeah,
That's what it didn't
I'm
feel like.
aware of seen that.
It didn't feel like that senior domination, like you said. It didn't feel like that. So yeah. And again, I think Loibe is probably out of all the lions right now, the one that's probably the closest to heading on his excursion, in my opinion.
I think you're right.
I think Nakashima still needs a little more time with the lion system. Bolton needs a good bit of time still. He's good. He's getting really good, but he needs more time.
Oh yes. With Bolton, his in-ring and everything is on frickin' point. He performs very, very well. Where I feel Bolton struggles and where I think he's going to struggle for a little bit is his personality. Charisma part. Because he does literally look like Brock Lesnar.
Hey,
how do you step away from that?
Yeah, but also I'll say this: the two new young lions can take decent pictures. They're taking better pictures right now than some other people on the roster. Better than a show, that's for sure.
I mean, putting him next to Nakashima when Nakashima's rocking that face too. I mean, mind you, I like that with Nakashima. I feel that it adds a level of intimidation to him, but also kind of like the way he holds his eyebrows, kind of makes him look like a little suave.
All I'm getting off of Yuta's face is, do I have to poop? That's what I'm getting.
What?
Oh, do I have to poop?
Aww.
Like, I don't think
it's cute. I think it works. It's okay, Nakashima. Melball loves you.
We move on to the first tag league match of night number 2. In the B block, we have Blue Murder, Minoru Suzuki and Yuji Nagata versus Lucha Jr., Atlantis Jr., and Silverano Jr. Sadly, we didn't get Kaze and Inare. I'm sad we didn't get that song. I always want to hear it. I'll say this:
Suzuki was pretty pissed about it too.
Soberano looks like he should have been part of the Super Junior Tag League and not this tag league, because that dude's skinny, like so goddamn.
He's tall though.
If he's skinny, like he's thinner than what Alex Zane looked like in his junior tag league last year. So
I mean, how old is he though? Isn't he in his early 20s? He needs some time to bulk up.
Yeah, so go be a junior if you're that small.
No, I think he's in the right division.
No, I don't agree. Lucha's attack before the bell, sending old school, or sending. I wrote old school because I was calling them old school cool before Mel came up with the awesome name of Blue Murder. So they send Blue Murder to the floor, hit planchas. Minoru gets in. He's twisting up Soberano like a pretzel at one point. And then just switching between holds. Very much that Zack Sabre Jr. meant. Like mindset, he also has like you don't hold a hold for more than a few seconds. Like really good.
Weren't they the Rep Pro Tag Team Champions for a while?
Minoru and Yuji Nagata they're tagging in and out, just beating the living piss out of Soberano. Um, Soberano fights out by hitting a springboard corner drop kick, like a springboard drop kick into the corner. It's not a spring, yeah. And Atlantis comes in and gets a PK to Yuji Nagata for 2. Nagata hits some kicks and exploded Atlantis. Soberano with a beautiful high cross and kicks, but Suzuki catches the kick and gets a knee bar, but Soberano gets to the ropes. Suzuki hits a sick PK to the back for 2. Soberano chops Suzuki, and he says, "Come on!" And then Suzuki's just like, "Come on!" So they have this chop battle where, like, every time this guy would chop like 2 or 3 times, and Suzuki would hit him with one hard chop, and Soberano would just like fall over. It was so good. Suzuki ends up dropping Soberano with a hard elbow to the face. Soberano comes back with a drop kick. Suzuki reverses a crossbody into an arm bar, then switches into a sleeper as Nagata has a crossface on Atlantis, and then Suzuki transitions to a pin for 2. Suzuki avoids a move, gets the Renika choke, turns it into a Gasha pile driver, but gets backdrop, and Soberano catches him where they roll up into a crucifix pin and gets the 3 count. And he looked pissed.
Well, yeah, according to you, he just lost to a junior.
He did. He literally lost to a junior, Soberano Jr.
Oh. I was mentioning to you on the preview show that we did that Soberano Jr. was kind of doing the heelish thing a little bit, and that I hoped he kind of brought it over. I feel like they did, because they definitely associate the white color with being the good, the saint. El Santo is definitely a big kind of thing down there, and they associate the black with the heels, the bad guys.
The
Um,
Rudo. The
yeah,
Rudo.
yes, the brutal. Um, the Soberano Jr. and Atlantis Jr. showing up in black and blue. I'm telling you, we're gonna see some heel stuff, and I love it. This would have definitely been the team to bring that out on, though, especially with the mean. How do you contend with the meanness of Minoru Suzuki?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Not well, according to Soberano Jr.'s chest. Um, yeah, I literally wrote down Soberano Jr. is simply a victim for the first half of this match. Suzuki and Nagata were just like arguing family members, just throwing a potato back and forth and like, just abusing it. That potato was poor Soberano Jr. Yeah, and Nagata and Suzuki not tagging nicely either. They were chopping each other, they were smacking each other, they were doing everything but high five. But like this is what we expected to have out of this. I mean, they don't like each other, and as Chris Charlton was telling us on commentary, like he's telling us some of the quotes that Minoru Suzuki and Nagata were telling each other and all this, and it's like they're setting this team up for disaster. I love it. Um, Atlantis put on a lot of bulk since I last saw him. Last I saw him, he was actually quite small. So it's nice to see him filled out, looking more and more like a champion. And I believe he does have a tie there with him, which even better. Hasn't lost that speed though, still fast as heel. Definitely doing that Atlantis mask some justice there. His dad was known for being pretty quick also. Um, there was that one part where Soberano was doing that crossbody and Suzuki caught him into that, what was it, an armbar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was freaking cool. I popped. That was amazing. I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was pretty cool because, like, Minoru Suzuki, it's like, how old is he now? 55?
I think they said the 55 on the barcast.
Like, Soberano Jr. is not 55. Like, I don't even think he's half that. I think he's like even less than half that. To be able to go up against someone like Minoru Suzuki and be caught out of one of your crossbodies by a 55-year-old man into an armbar, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
You want to know something that's about to blow your mind?
Oh God, no.
Soberano Jr. is 30. Yeah.
I mean, I feel a little bit better now, but like, I definitely thought he was 20 before, and I felt inappropriate liking him. I feel less inappropriate now. Ooh, okay, I feel a little bit better about that now. Okay, still, that's a 30-year-old dude who's flying around like freaking Will Ospreay, being caught out of the air by a man who's almost twice your age. Yikes. Fun, though. Showed off Minoru Suzuki's ability still. And freaking Nagata is just still strikes out. His kicks are still crazy. I love it. This was a great match. I had a lot of fun with this one.
Well, just think about where Nagata is. The man just came off a run with All Japan Pro Wrestling as a Triple Crown champion. At 55 years old, both these men are 55. Combined, they are 110 years old. That is crazy.
Oh, that is crazy.
But in the best way, though.
Oh yeah, because they're whipping everyone's ass so far.
Yeah, so we're moving on. Monster Sauce, Alex Zane, and Lance Archer taking on the Rogue Army, Bad Luck Fale, and they debuting in New Japan Pro Wrestling proper. Jack Bonza, who has been over in New Japan Tamashi for the last number of years. He's been in New Zealand for the last number of years, been working on Tamashi this past year. So I was interested to see how he would do in this. Fale rocking the full beard, looking good. He's a little bit thicker than last time now, too. Coming in a little thicker than last time. Archer comes in attacking Lions on the floor. He takes one out. I don't think he got to another one because they all ran away from him. But yeah, he got one.
Nakashima ran away from him, and rightfully so.
Yeah. Zane coming out with that sweet jacket, that sweet new jacket is. Gotta love it. Big shout out to Zane for bringing tacos to Chris Charlton the night before when he did commentary with him. He literally brought him tacos. What a good dude. Dude. What a good dude, eh? Yeah. We get into this. Bonza starts attacking Archer early. And he gets a quick shot where he kind of sends Archer off a little bit. But then he decides to pose on the ropes. And Archer just gets behind him. And it was just like, no, you fucked up. And Archer attacks him. Monster Sauce double team him. Zane gets... so then Bonza starts fighting with Zane. He ends up dropping him into the corner. And gets Fale in. Fale lariats him. Pushes him to the floor, running him into the barricade. Bonza gets a leg drop back in the ring for 2. Bonza gets a sharpshooter. Man, words don't work for me. And he turns it into a surfboard on Zane. Or it's into the surfboard stretch. Fale gets a splash in the corner on Zane for 2. And he gets on Zane back, goes surfing. But Archer pushes him off. Zane flips out of a German by Bonza. And it's a somersault leg drop to him, to the back of his head. Archer and Fale are both in, striking back and forth. Zane comes off the back of Archer to drop kick Fale in the corner, and they hit the choke salt onto Fale for 2, and Zane gets 2. Zane with strikes and kicks to Fale, but Fale gets a pop-up Samoan drop and tags out. Zane and Bonza trading strikes, lariats. Bonza gets the deadlift powerbomb. It just eats him up and powerbombs the shit out of him. Dude's got strength, man. Beautiful backbreaker by Bonza into the Fale elbow drop, but Archer makes a save on the pin. Archer sends Fale out and hits a somersault off the apron to Fale on the floor. Bonza hangs Archer, or puts Archer up top, he gets him Archer up top. He hangs him up on the top rope as he grab him down like off the top rope. I was wondering what the heck I wrote there. Zane then gets Bonza up top, but Bonds ends up pushing him off, but Archer comes running out of nowhere, rising the end of the corner, blackout. Zayn goes up to the top, cinnamon twist, and monster sauce are your winners. Drizzle that monster sauce all over everything, ladies and gentlemen. We have my new front runner for this block, because even my pick, I have no idea who's going to win this block, man. I still don't. Even though I picked somebody, I still don't know who's going to win this.
Yeah, this block was the struggle block for me. This one was the hardest choice for me. So I don't blame you on that one. Tremendous start for Monster Sauce, the artist formerly known as Murder Sauce, which is a superior name.
Yeah, I like monster sauce.
Mm-mm.
Flows better.
Mm-mm. Anyway, Bond's a very interesting persona. I like how he can be very, very serious and then have those little funny spots. Like where he had the move where he was showboating and then backed up into Archer and had the oh shit moment. I like those. I like those fun things. Fale was also known for having some of those moments. Usually he was the one being backed up into. So it's nice to see him. I mean, not on the receiving end of it, but at least his partner is. Um, Zayn has been someone I've missed seeing in an NJPW ring. We've gotten some like hints, seeing them in the was it Lone Star? But I feel like these two aren't a regular enough staple for NJPW. I feel like there is more of a demand that is being met in this situation. They need to be brought over more. I really enjoy seeing them. They're a lot of fun, and I think that the Alex Zane taco special needs to be a regular thing.
I think it needs to be brought to North America, is what I really think.
Yes. I would be all over that. Do you know how many fans you could get for us, Mr. Zane? Do it.
Two.
Do it.
Well, you'd have two fans.
At the very least, Andre and I.
Yeah, I'd be buying. I would buy at least
people to have tacos. That's not a problem.
I'll buy like 5 specials just for me. Come on.
Relatable. This was a fun match, though. It was a nice introduction for Bonza. His build is actually, for me, very similar to Shane Haste, but maybe less of a neck.
Yeah. Okay, I have a quick question for you here.
What's that?
Who do you think is the oldest person in this match?
Oh, God. I feel like this is a trick question. I want to say Lance Archer.
It is at 46. I'm just wondering if you knew. Like Bonza's actually 36 years old. He's my age.
Like the order was Archer, Fale, Bonza, Zane.
No, Zane is 37.
Oh, well, 1 year. My goodness.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. It's weird to see some of these guys' ages. It's Archer surprised me for
Archer. These guys move like a mamma jamma, man.
Oh yeah, but again, it's like Zane really getting popular and later in his career. You see with a few people that really like ELP has really exploded. Like he got into New Japan just a few years ago when he was already in his mid-30s. So it's a lot of these guys getting their careers a lot later, but they're holding up a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true. It's true.
We move on to the semi-main event of this evening. We have the Dangerous Heat, Taichi and Yumura, representing just 5 guys. And all the way from the end of the alphabet, they are Pirate Blast, Yoda Tsuji, and Zandakin Jr.
I like that. Adds that in there. Makes it sound like a journey.
That's how I would introduce them too if I was ring announcing them. It's like all the way from the end of the alphabet, because it's Yoda, Tsuji, and Zandakin Jr. Tsuji and Yurimura start, but Tsuji just tags out real quick because he doesn't want anything to do with Yurimura. Yurimura goes over and tags up, and then runs and just tackles Tsuji to the floor off the apron. They brawl on the floor. Just beating the shit out of each other on the floor. Tsuji slamming Uemura's face into the Japanese announce table. Zandikin's like yelling from the ring, like, "What? Get back! Stop!" Like, he's yelling from the stop, and Taichi let it to
Yeah,
come out and like,
to be clear, they are not the legal people. Yu Uemura
no.
and Tsuji, they're no longer legal. Taichi and Zandikin have more than the freedom to fight. They're just choosing to watch the onslaught.
Well, they were wanting the partners to stop so the cameras would actually show them in the ring. Because come on, Tsuji and
Fair.
Uemura are the more dynamic of the two of the four people here. Even though I really like Zandikin, I think this guy is awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Zandikin, before we get into it more, dude, he came out in a full pirate garb. It was awesome. I love this dude. Like,
Mhm.
fucking great. Like, that looks like he's wearing a headband there in his picture. That headband is built into his mask. Like,
Yes.
it's not a headband on his head. The headband is part of the mask. It's so cool.
Yes, the bandana, yeah.
Yeah, or the bandana, yeah. Dude, it's so cool. Zandikin and Taichi fight. Taichi gets Enziguri. Zandikin shoulder attack. Again, really good back and forth with these two. As I wrote, PB double team Taichi. The peanut butter, Pirate Blast. It's easy for me for writing abbreviations.
Oh dear.
Uh, it just Suji drop kicks Hiramura off the apron, runs him into the barricade. They brawl around the floor some more. Zandikin and Taichi are fighting in the crowd on the other side. And then he hits Taichi in the knee with a chair in the crowd, and he drops him face first onto a barricade and knee first into the floor. They then go to working over the knee of Taichi for the next little bit. Zandikin literally biting the foot of Taichi from the floor. Like,
So Iska. So
uh,
Iska of him.
why would you put anybody's boot in your mouth? Ugh. Mm.
I mean,
Ah.
ask Iska.
Yeah, Isco's crazy. You can't ask him anything. He was insane.
He was
Um,
Taichi's former partner.
yeah, but he was insane. Taichi fights back, hits a hook kick to Tsuji. Uemura in just attacking Tsuji. The lariat in the corner hits the bulldog for 2. Taichi and Uemura double team Tsuji. Oh, this is where Chris Charlton says Tsuji broadened his arsenal, but went on his excursion. But Uemura just got better at what he already knew. So that's where that line came from.
Mm-hmm.
Taichi and Uemura double team Tsuji. Uemura misses off the top. Tsuji hits the backbreaker, facebuster, the backbreaker into the facebuster into that stomp. But Uemura comes back with a drop kick. Taichi attacking, but Tsuji gets. He grabs Tsuji's head with the feet and slams it to the face to the mat. Zandikin in gets the advantage on Taichi. Taichi stops the package pile driver with the backdrop. Beautiful lariat and then Enziguri combo by Taichi to Zandikin. The guy's so smooth. Taichi takes off the pants, but Zandikin catches the kick. The trade strikes back and forth. Taichi starts bleeding from the chest. Zandikin hits a tilt-a-war backbreaker. He hits a flip. So Uemura comes running at him, and he tosses Uemura up into this flip over sit outside pile driver that like even Hanari on commentary couldn't figure out what the hell it was.
Oh yeah, he popped so hard on that one.
Yeah. They were
That was so funny.
they thought like both Chris and Hanari were like, damn, that was awesome. And then so Tsuji gets a hold of Uemura on the floor, holds him on the barricade, literally has him like pulled to the barricade. And Zandikin comes flying out, suicide dives to Uemura, who's against the barricade, or like on like laying on top of the barricade. Looked brutal, man. Yeah, dude, great double teaming from the pirate boys, and then Uemura stops the double team and hits a beautiful arm drag and the deadbolt to Tsuji. Just 5 guys double team Zandikin. Taichi hits a super kick. Uemura hits the plancha to Tsuji on the floor. Taichi picks him up. Black Mephisto and the Dangerous Heat get the win.
Should have known that was going to be the case, considering that the pirate blasters there were in control for the last chunk of the match there. Blasters.
It's pirate blasters, and it just sounds dirty to me.
Anyway, this was a really, really fun match. The intensity between Uemura and Tsuji, I'm trying to understand where it's come from. Like it just kind of exploded into the pan, and normally I don't like that. I like having like it was a little bit more manly than that, but yeah. Jesus. It's kind of exploded onto the scene, and I don't usually like that kind of explosion. I like the slow build. Do you compose yourself, sir? We're trying to run a show here. But yeah, I'm enjoying what these guys are coming up with, the intensity in the fights that they're having. And I look forward to seeing what happens after the tournament between these two. Are you alive over there? Are you dying? Do we need to send an ambulance? You good? Okay. Okay. The unique style of Yoda is just so freaking good. I am so impressed with the things that he has brought back with him in his world excursion, including Zandikin Jr., because he looks handsome, even though 3/4 of his face is covered. That's all I got to say.
Mel doesn't like certain kinds of explosions. Okay. That's what I took
I
from
mean,
all.
there's certain kinds of explosions you
That's
don't
all
want to be having.
I'll admit, that's all I remember from everything you said is you don't like certain kind of explosions. You think Xanakin's hot. So that's pretty much everything I got. We move on to the main event of the evening. It's the Gorillas of Destiny, El Phantasma and Hikuleo versus the Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, and the ever ugly Yoshi-Hashi. Man, that picture just does him no
I was
favors.
gonna say the pictures of both ELP and Hashi in this one are just no bueno, my guys. Like, come on.
Like at
I
least
mean,
ELP is just trying to be intense.
he
Yoshi-Hashi
looks like
just
he has a
looks
prosthetic nose.
like Yoshi-Hashi looks like he's 60 or 65.
I have no excuses for this one. Oh man, take us into the match.
The dude looks 65, but he's only 41. How fucked up is that?
I mean, Goto's pretty handsome.
Yeah, but how old's Goto?
I think he's like 42, 43.
Yeah, 44.
Oh, there you go.
And ELP's like he's a year older than me. He's 37.
I
know that because he hits the Thunder Kiss 86 based after the year he was born.
True.
So we're getting the Japan Tag Champs versus the U.S. Tag Champs right here. First, second night of the tournament. Goto and Hikuleo fight, but Goto can't drop Hikuleo. Hikuleo drops Goto, but he ends up missing a senton. ELP offers a handshake to to Yoshi-Hashi, and he accepts it. But like the dirty little cheater that he is, he kicks ELP low while shaking his hand. What a little dickhead. Just little dickhead.
I was not expected from Yoshi-Hashi.
I expect it because he's just a little dickhead.
That's what because look at him.
Yeah, look at him. Look at that ugly old motherfucker right there. He just looks like he's going to screw you over. He looks like the guy that would sell you a property, but you find out he never owned it and stole all your money. That's the vibes he's giving. No, but like that you show up to this house you just bought, but you don't actually own it, and he just stole all your money. That's the kind of guy he makes me think of. Like,
and it's haunted.
Yeah, sure. But I was just more going with when you show up, the other people shoot you for coming on their property. But okay. Bishamon ended up getting a double team, do the war drums, ELP. Goto hits the rising knee in the corner, hits a beautiful backdrop suplex for 2. Goto slips out of a chokeslam from Hikuleo at one point, attacks with strikes and beautiful lariat, but Hikuleo comes back, hits a suplex for 2. God hit the UFO or the big boot into the UFO, but Yoshi-Hashi breaks the pin. ELP trying the CR2, but Goto gets out and just rocks him with a lariat. Look brutal, man.
Mhm.
Hashi and Hikuleo are Hashi is attacking Hikuleo, gets some big strikes in the corner. Hikuleo misses the leg after a sunset flip attempt by Yoshi-Hashi, misses the leg drop. Yoshi-Hashi hits a drop kick, corner lariat. Yoshi-Hashi goes up to the top, hits a blockbuster, but can only get 2. We are now 15 minutes into this match. Yoshi-Hashi hitting lariats, but Hikuleo grabs the super kick, hits a kick to the head of Yoshi-Hashi. Yoshi-Hashi actually stops that power slam with a beautiful drop kick and gets a butterfly lock, but it gets broken up. God double team Hashi, fights them off, super kicks ELP out of the ring. Bishamon double team attacking Hikuleo. He fights off Shoto, but they hit a reverse Shoto. Like off the like almost. I thought they were gonna go for Magic Killer, but then they hit like a reverse version of Shoto, and then they hit Shoto, but ELP makes the save. Goto gets ELP on the shoulders. Hashi gets the final flash, but he fights, or him and Hashi hit the final flash, but he fights off Shoto, hits a tornado to TDT off the back of Goto to Yoshi-Hashi. Hits sudden death to Goto, sending him to the floor. Sudden death to Yoshi-Hashi. ELP dives on Goto on the floor. Hikuleo hits the chokeslam. ELP hits the elevated Thunder Kiss 86. And Hikuleo gets the pinfall for the win. Let's go. U.S. Tag Champs are superior. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I mean, I'm happy because we were both saying we really don't want Bishamon to win this. I mean, we know they're gonna pick up some wins because they are the champions, but like this was the match I think that I was the concerned. I was the concerned. I was
You
concerned
are
the
the
most.
concerned. You are the concerned.
And apparently Starfire from Teen Titans Go. I am of the concerned. If you know, you know.
I do.
Yeah, this was a really great main event because man, I really felt that ELP put on a freaking show in this. It's been not a hot minute since I've seen him, but it's been a hot minute since I feel he was in a position where he could really perform to the fullest of his ability that he has to offer for NJPW. Because it's been a while since he held a title belt. And I'm happy to see him having some fun, and I'm happy to see him doing the heart thing now. Um, maybe not so hearty in this though. That they're an interesting team, these Gorillas of Destiny, because they're doing the face thing and they're doing the hearts and they're doing the hearts. But then like they also sometimes it's almost like ELP forgets that he's no longer Bullet Club. It's not like all the times, but every once in a while is like something will happen. I'll be like, is that really a good guy thing, or is that ELP coming out there? I will say though, it is nice to not see stuff like the Dermis Destroyer or the ball thing anymore. Although that is a Bullet Club thing still with the War Dogs. But this was an interesting match. It was interesting also to see Goto in all white.
Yeah,
I
it
haven't
was.
seen an all white gear on him in a hot minute. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I usually really like his navy blue and black gear, but the white gear look really, really swanky on him. Really,
Yeah.
really booshy. Looked very, very nice on him anyway. And it sort of matched with Yoshi-Hashi, whose intro jacket still looks ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a fun way to end the show.
It was. Again, great finish of the show. Quickly,
Mm.
points. We have God with 2, Taichi and Yoyomura with 2. We have Lucha Jr. with 2, and then we have Archer and Zayn with 2. So that's your entire point total, and we're good.
Yay.
from that point total, I'm predicting I don't know who it is going to win. Remember, top two go to
prediction.
And just like this year's the Super Juniors from this year, top two teams go to the semifinals, or just like Super Junior Tag League, or that kind of thing. We're gonna have semifinals, then we're gonna have a finals. So
we know who's gonna be there.
Catch 2-2. I'm joking.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, sir?
I know. I was being a jerk.
Did you actually change your vote, or are you still?
No, I'm changing my vote. So screw those two. Screw Shota Umino. He lost my support by insulting this team.
You heard it here, Mr. Umino. You lost support. You lost a fan, sir. Shame on you.
Yeah, I'm officially picking team. I'm switching my allegiance to Team DK to win the A block. And I guess that means Team DK wins this whole thing for me now because you guys were my pick to win it. But fuck you, Umino. Screw you. I might end up being wrong now, but screw you, Umino. You little dick.
But not you, Narita. You're good. You're still good.
I have no problem with you, Narita. Are you meaning Narita? I have no problem with Narita.
Did I say Narita?
You said Uemura.
Or did I just slur Narita?
You might have said, I might have slurred Narita into Uemura.
I might have just slurred.
Yeah, but I'm still all on Narita's side. But your partner's a dickhead. You guys lost my support. But what has my support But what has my support is me, because you can find me on the X Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Hive at That Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Canada Dude. You can find me on Facebook at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk on Facebook. You know what else has my support? Twitch.tv/OurLocalEstablishment and YouTube.com/@OurLocalEstablishment. I will be back on that channel sometime in December doing the MCU later, or not MCU, that's on my show. Marvel Talk. The MCU later is the other show I listen to. Marvel Talk Rebound, where we're going to be talking Iron Man from 2008. Me and my boy, Ol Ed. Also, go check out all the other great content on OLE. Lots of great other stuff there. Every Thursday, MLW review show from Bobby and Papa Smokes. Check that out every Thursday. I watched some of it today. It was great. I can't wait for that December 7th show. I won't be able to watch it live, but I'm going to see that show because Satoshi Kojima is on that show.
Guess who is going to be on that show?
I'm going to guess Astrid Pizarro because you did her pose. You said Astrid. So I was guessing Astrid.
No, I just want to be as pretty as she is.
Oh, okay.
And show off my tattoo.
Oh, okay. Maybe Chris Parrish? I don't know.
Rude.
Oh, it's going to be Ed. Okay, it's Ed.
Where else can you find our show, sir?
You can find our show simulcasted a week later over at Backbreaker Video. I love you too, Mel. YouTube.com/@Backbreaker Video. All the great wrestling content Mike's got going on over there. Want to thank him for supporting us. You can check out all his live content at twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. That face. All the great live content he's got going on there. It's AEW watch alongs, all the gaming stuff he does. If you go to youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming, you can find replays from him, Mr. PJC, Mr. Rick Jules, and everybody's favorite, Kayla J.
Kayla J. Love Kayla J.
This show's breaking apart. Mel, where can they find you?
I'm just existing over here, my guy. What's so funny?
It's the faces you're making at me.
This is just her face. She's cute. If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can follow her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow her on everything else. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Cuts. You can also find her on Our Local Establishments programming, Very Mindful, and I got something special coming up for you in December there, so you want to stay tuned to our socials to hear about what's going on with that. You can also find me on Astrid Pizarro's YouTube channel, where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase, which is finally coming back next week because Astrid Pizarro has the week off, and Lord help us, We are going to put out a freaking show, and we are going to love it, and you are going to love it. What else? If you are wanting to watch NJPW Wrestling, we will leave a link in the description box below. It is njpwworld.com. It is approximately 999 yen, which is approximately $10 Canadian. Shout out Sean Spears. It's more like 950 according to this guy over here. It's still a great price to watch some amazing professional wrestling. You can watch the World Tag League matches and shows that we were talking about today. You can go back into the vault there, see the Lone Star show that we talked about last week. You can go even further back there. Last year, see the historic crossover show that happened a year ago, where Andre, myself, and our good friend Lady Tivish, Miss Yvonne Thompson, got to take in Stardom invading an NJPW ring for one of the first times ever. Wasn't the first time ever, but it was the first time together. You get my drift. All that and more. NJPWworld.com, you guys. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people? Are you done laughing now?
I am. I just want to thank all you guys. Thanks for all your great support. Please keep liking the video, subscribing to the channel, commenting down below, sharing your videos out to your friends, your family, your strangers, your enemies, your pets. I don't know. If you want to make an
Brothers,
account,
like Steph makes his great aunt.
the aliens you might know up in space. I don't know. If you want to share it with them, share it with
People
them.
might want to kill us.
Do that. Share it to them because then they won't want to kill us because they're going to learn about wrestling. And don't forget hitting that notification bell so you can learn it every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Hello? Why are you here so late at night? I don't want to
It is
die.
10:30. Do not answer that door. Black-eyed children.
I don't want to die.
Oh, that being said, everyone, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Adios.